My goodness. It's been very hot today. I think it's about 28, 27 degrees Celsius. So my uncle's busy. My uncle's busy doing welding outside, like welding outside, so I can, we can make a boat. Can build a boat, so that you could go, you know, on the Nile River and do fishing, and because there's a lot of crocodile. There's a lot of crocodile Nile River. He's been walking around, around the village. This is my village. You can see there's a lot of flies everywhere. There's a lot of flies. You see a lot of flies. There's a lot of flies here. You can see, and then there's a lot of animals walking around in the city. You see a lot of animals, brother. Can't you see a lot of animals? Oh, a lot of animals. There's a lion right there. The lion just chased me. And big elephants. So I jumped to the other elephants. When I jumped to the other elephants, the elephant threw me outside the forest, and they want to go to the Congo River, and they jump in. There's excuse me, a big snake like anaconda. So that big snake, and then I was talking to giraffe, and then I didn't have any clothes, so I slept on top of trees. Yeah. So that's another video we're gonna talk about that, right? We live on the trees, and we don't have a home. We only have mud houses, and we're starving, we're begging everywhere, and all of that. We talk about it all the time. So that's not about that today. But don't buy that stuff, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? This Africa and this African TV, African tribe, the only one tribe called Africa, excuse me. Okay, so we're not here for today. That's not here for. So today I want to talk about this the tribe, the only black tribe, the only black tribe, on the only black people who are outside of Africa, who are outside of Africa. The only tribe which are outside of Africa, and they have a blonde hair. Okay, so I was checking one of these women. She make a video on how this the black tribe in Papua Guinea, if I'm not mistaken, Papua Guinea, something like that, in closer to Australia, in southern, I think Australia, close to Australia, is an island close to Australia, and it's southern Sri Lanka. So she say these people they go black hair because the white people be reproduced, and at the end the results, they produce this Papua Guinea tribe, which are blacks, too dark as well, just like us brothers, like us brother, like us brother. When you look at there's a brother right there, but I have a blonde hair. So so this one of the women, she say on her video, she say these people, because white people that reproduce, and after reproduction, breed each other, and it causes to in the way that the food they eat, and they end up got blonde hair. But to me, I think that's not true. That's a lie. I'm gonna prove to you that's a lie. Why do I say that? That's a lie. No disrespect the women who make that video, but that's a truly lie. I'm gonna prove to you. I know a lot of people for fakes know the majority of the people who are blacks outside of Africa. Like if you go to States, or if you go to Brazil, Colombia, if you go to most of the country which outside of Africa, like I say, States, Brazil, in South America, in Caribbean, you find a lot of black people. I truly believe a lot of these black people, majority of them, not all though, majority of those people, they do believe that they were taken from Africa during the slave trade, during the slave trade. But however, there are some few people who are blacks, and they claim they come from Israelis. That's how they claim. They claim that they don't come from Africa, which I'm not here to disagree with however somebody feel they come from Israel. There's a lot of groups I see on TV these days. People, excuse me, they know they are not African. They're from Israelis, which I'm not disagreeing to anybody. That's how somebody feel, and you can't say no. But however, I recognize the majority of the people who claim that they come, their origins is from Africa, specifically West Africa, from mostly from Ghana. I think Ghana. Yeah, a lot of people say if I read a lot of social information, say they're from Ghana, and some of them from Nigeria, Mali, Senegal, and a lot of countries in West Africa, and a few from Congo. Yeah. However, a lot of people, they get that news, but they forgot just one thing. They forgot. Apart from the West Africa, do you understand? There were a lot of people who were taken from Mozambique. You understand? A lot of people were taken from Mozambique, and they were taken from this part called Beira, and they were taken to the other side of Brazil. It's a lot of people, majority of the people, you understand, were taken from Mozambique, to Brazil and Caribbean, and go and do plantation. And there was a very, 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 very big slave market apart from West Africa, which was in Tanzania, in the island, which is paradise of the earth. A lot of people know the paradise of the east of the earth, which is one of the top two paradise of the east, apart from Cape Verde, the Zanzibar. Zanzibar, they used to have a slave market. Oh my goodness, I had a nose. I think maybe the lion is there outside. I'm sorry, I was just checking just in case maybe the lion broke the doors and come here and eat me. So I was just looking if I have my spear, and my machete. Okay, so we talk about the other time that we're walking around naked in the city, and there's a lions everywhere in Africa. There's a flies. Oh, there's a flies here. We'll talk about the other time. Okay, so a lot of people, they forgot in Zanzibar. In Zanzibar, there was a market, slave market, where a lot of people from the mainland Zanzibar, the islands of Tanzania. So is the islands of Tanzania. A lot of people get confused a little. Just clear out. Zanzibar is the island of Tanzania. So Zanzibar and the mainland Tanzania together, you call it. Okay, Zanzibar and the mainland Tanzania together, you call it Tanzania. So it's the island of Tanzania. Just like Robben Island, that's the island of South Africa, something like that. Okay, that's another story. So a lot of people, a lot of people were taken from mainland of East Africa, from mainland of Kenya, from mainland of Uganda, and mainland of Tanzania. Do you understand? And all of them, they were collected, taken to this place in Tanzania, coast region in Tanzania. There's a place called Bagamoyo. In Bagamoyo, I was doing checking some research. Bagamoyo in Swahili means drop your heart. Moyo means heart, and Bwaga means drop. So drop your heart means when you're there, with a slave master take your ass there, you done. You understand? With a slave master take you there, you done. So, and then after that, when they get to Bagamoyo, and they take those people, take all those slaves. So that when you're there, you're done. I'm done. There's no coming back. If you fight, you get shot. So, and then after that, they're taking all those slaves to Zanzibar, which is the biggest market in East Africa. So those slaves in this place Bagamoyo in the mainland Tanzania, they're taken to Zanzibar, and that's the biggest market in East Africa at that time. So, and that was under Sultanate rule in Zanzibar. So they take those slaves, and some of them majority of those slaves were sold, to Europeans. Some of them were sold to the east. That's why you find a lot of black back in the days, century. You find a lot of blacks you find some of the blacks in Arab country. If you go to, you find black Arabs. You find them. You understand? And you find black Asian as well. Leave these the one that you go now, like a lot of, because you find a lot of African everywhere these days. A lot of black people, mostly Africans, I think. A lot of black people. You find the blacks mostly from Africa, and some from America as well, but I think majority is African migrants. A lot of migrants from Africa. You find them everywhere in Asia as well. So, so those people, before the migration of Africans, you find the was black, where they come from. They were sold to the east. Some of them were sold to. That's where you find these another tribe, which are blacks in Papua Guinea. Do you understand? Papua Guinea, you find there's a black people. So where they come from? I have evidence. These people, I have even source of information. They come from Eastern Africa, East Africa. So when they get there, They eat different type of food. They don't eat the same food they were eating when it was in East Africa. And the waiter and type of food they keep on, they reproduce themselves. But it's not because they breed with a white people or they breed with a white man, and that's how they go blend here. Because those people are still dark as how. Okay, so if those people that were produced, excuse me, if those people that if the people from Melanesia, the Melanesian people, which are black people too dark, majority of them are darkers more than me, which I wish I could be darker than the brothers and sisters in South Sudan, man. I praise them, So in Senegal, I think those are darkest people in Africa. Senegal, South Sudan, some from Ghana, I think. Uganda, yeah. Those are, I think, more black. I wish I could be one of them, but I appreciate God, for His creation. Okay, so upon me. So those people, it's not because they breed with white people. Because if they breed with white people, then you get blonde hair and then you dark. Why it's not happening in America? Why it's not happening in another place, let's say South Africa? Why it's not happening with the white men who are some of them in Kenya or Tanzania or a few of them in Ghana or other part of Africa? Why it's not happening? It's not because they breed with a white man. Because I have evidence, a lot of white people in the breed, a lot of black white people in the breed with the black people. They produce like colored people, colored people, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So those people, them having a blonde hair is not because they produce it with a white people. No, it's just because during the slave time they were taken, they produced themselves, they breed themselves. When they breed themselves, they produce the black generation. But just because of the waiter in top of the food they eat, do you understand what I'm saying? How the food they eat and the waiter, etc., that make them to have a blonde hair. I have evidence. Do you understand? I know. You see, Africa, they have a diversity of people. Like, they have a diversity of people. I'm telling, believe me, man. If you go to East Africa, you find different types of people. Don't look at one, let's say somebody from Ethiopia, say, oh, Ethiopia like this. Nah, believe me. If you go to Ethiopia, look Ethiopia, like, you find different people. You understand? With the same kind of look, but the difference as well. If you go to, for example, Tanzania, you find a different people. You find a black people with a, like, colors a little bit, and you find two darker. It depends on region, whether people from coast region or no, Kenya, Tanzania, Madagascar, Cameroon, all of them that look like, the mix of black and white. If you go to Zanzibar, for example, or eastern part of Tanzania, or in Kenya, Mombasa, do you understand what I'm saying? Mozambique, look at those people. You understand? So them having a blonde hair is not just because they bred with white people. No, it's just because they thought when they migrated to when they were taken from Africa, I think from East. I'm sure from East Africa to Melanesia, Papua Guinea, they reproduced themselves, and then because of the way they talk, I have evidence. If you look at East Africa, for example, if you go to a place like some of the part in Kenya. I think Kenya, and some part in northern Tanzania, place called Russia. Most of people that have a black teeth, believe me, not black teeth because they didn't brush their teeth. No, it's just because of the mineral there. You find a lot of people that have black teeth and gold teeth, actually gold black, mix of gold and black. You know what I'm saying? I once had a friend of mine. He's from Russia, so I was in Cape Town, and this mother from Cape Town, she say, you should take your friend, you should ask your friend to brush his teeth. I said, nah, it's not that his teeth dirty. No, it's just because the mineral we come from, the type of food they eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how I have evidence. If you go to Ethiopia as well, you find people with the blue eyes. Like, you just Google and then say, say black people with the blue eyes. You find a lot of kids in Ethiopia that have the blue eyes. But you're told these kids, they are sick. They're not sick, man. Believe me, they're not sick. They're not sick at all. They got blue eyes, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing special like having blue eyes or black, just the point I'm trying to prove here that, in Africa you find people with a different looks, various looks, and all type of people you find in Africa. So this is father and mother of the, Mother Earth here. So thank very much for your time and watching TV. This is Toronto Bantu. Don't forget to click the subscribe button there so I can keep on keep me passing, give more updates, about Africa. Thank you very much. I just have to go outside because I left my little cousin there. I hope the lion didn't eat him, because there's a lot of lions running around the city, baby.